How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? This is Random Stuff from the Duck Hunters, here to talk about the latest, most hyped up PS5 and PS4 exclusive game, Spider-Man Miles Morales. Miles Morales is a spin-off game which takes place after the events of Marvel's Spider-Man on PS4. Miles Morales is available on PS4 and 5, with newer generation having ray tracing effects and shorter loading speeds. This video won't be covering the story due to the game only coming out this month, so no nasty spoilers. Miles Morales has a very similar feel to the first game, however they keep things fresh with new animations and abilities. Web swinging feels pretty similar, but now has a plethora of new animations and tricks to make you feel more like Spider-Man, who is still learning the ropes than an experienced veteran like Peter Parker. As always, the web swinging feels so good and is just a blast swinging around New York City for hours on end. Never gets old. In terms of combat, things have been altered a bit. Again, the combat feels sleek, fresh, and exciting as you take down street thugs to high-tech soldiers. The variety in enemies and moves you perform are incredible. In the first game, there were 8 gadgets you could use for your webs, which can change the flow of combat. With this game, there's 4. It makes sense as Miles still hasn't figured out the superhero thing and is in his learning phase. 2 new additions are the Venom Strike and the invisibility abilities. With the Venom Strike, you can hold L1 and use the square, X, and triangle circle buttons to create a burst of electricity and stun enemies. The invisibility ability, try saying that 5 times, lets you take down enemies sneakily even when you're looking at them straight in the eyes, or to hide when you've been spotted. All these elements blended together create such a surreal and immersive experience which bridges together the game's gorgeous graphics and surreal story. Without spoiling too many of the character introductions, we'll briefly go over our main characters. Miles Morales, who was bitten by a spider in the first game and is the successor of Peter Parker. In this game, he has to prove to the city and to himself that he is worthy of the title of Spider-Man. Peter Parker, who was the main protagonist of the Spider-Man PS4, isn't in the new game for too long, as the story is mainly focused on Miles and his journey. Miles' best friend Ganke helps Miles throughout the game and is there for him when he needs him. The main antagonist, the Tinkerer, is a masked villain leading a group called the Underground. Overall, this game has great characters who are voiced incredibly and bring believability and immersion to the story. This game is amazing, truly incredible from the moment you boot it up, with its incredible soundtrack blasting as Miles is on the subway. Issues vary from very rare game-breaking glitches or the occasional crash here and there. These problems are rare and will very likely be patched in the near future. If you have a PS4 or a PS5, get this game. It's a must-buy. And that's everything. Be sure to subscribe and join our Discord server. We'd really appreciate it. Also, thanks to Kehs for editing and scripting this video. He's a mad lad.